Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, who was, by the way, in Ghana not so long ago, has announced that the House would initiate a formal impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump, charging him with betraying his oath of office and the nation's security by seeking to enlist a foreign power to tarnish a rival for his own political gain. Ms. Pelosi's declaration after months of reticence by Democrats who had feared the political consequences of impeaching a president many of them long ago concluded was unfit for office was a stunning turn that set the stage for a history-making and exceedingly bitter confrontation between the Democrat-led House and a defiant president who has thumbed his nose at institutional norms. We can hear Nancy Pelosi make that announcement.
For the past several months, we have been investigating in our committees and litigating in the courts, so the House can gather all the relevant facts and consider whether to exercise its full Article I powers, including a constitutional power of the utmost gravity, approval of articles of impeachment. And this week, the President has admitted to asking the President of Ukraine to take actions which would benefit him politically. The actions of the Trump presidency revealed the dishonorable fact of the President's betrayal of his oath of office, betrayal of our national security, and betrayal of the integrity of our elections. Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry. I'm directing our 6 committees to proceed with their investigations under that umbrella of impeachment inquiry. The President must be held accountable. No one is above the law.
No one is above the law. The president must be held accountable. Well, although the outcome is uncertain, it has also raised the possibility that Mr. Trump could become the 4th president in American history to face impeachment. President Donald Trump has responded in a tweet. Let me tell you how that tweet reads. Well, he says, will the Democrat apologize after seeing what I said on the call with the Ukrainian president? They should. A perfect call. Got them by surprise. He goes on to say the Democrats have been talking about impeaching Donald Trump since before he was inaugurated. And then he goes at Steve Decoy and at Fox and Friends. And for no reason other than the great success we are having with the economy, the military, vets, tax and regulation cuts, healthcare, and so much more. Well, President Donald Trump has also been tweeting all kinds of responses, by the way, since yesterday. Well, my colleague Kojo Youngson is in the United States and has been following that story keenly. He joins me over the phone. Hello, Kojo.
Hello, Gifty. I hope you can hear me.
Very well. I see you and I hear you too. So, Kojo, tell us, how are Americans taking this? How are they even discussing it? What's happening between the Democrats and the president?
Well, this matter, as you can imagine, has split the nation into two. There are those who support Donald Trump, who believe that this is some sort of masterstroke that he has engineered. He has deliberately trapped the Democrats into starting these impeachment proceedings against him, knowing fully well that there isn't enough evidence, and for that reason, they will not be able to on him. And once, if he is right, and that does not work, then he will eventually become untouchable when it comes to impeachment. Because for those who have been monitoring this situation for a long time, we keep saying that Donald Trump has, he's been accused of so many things in the past. He tried to influence an FBI investigation. He admitted that he would take dirt from foreign governments on his opponents. He talked about how African countries are S-hole countries. He lied about building a wall, how he was going to fund the building of a wall. He praised white supremacists for being racist. He lied about, a number of things. He promoted his own private business for government contracts and so forth. And none of these things were enough to result in impeachment. So there are those who feel like he has now become untouchable. And that if Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats do not succeed in bringing these impeachment proceedings to a fruitful end, then there will be nothing at all that can touch Donald Trump. So this, for the Democrats, is pretty much their last chance. And if that doesn't work, then Donald Trump, impeachment is not something he should worry about between now and the next election. Bearing in mind, he's the first ever president to face impeachment in his first term. Every other American president throughout history who has ever faced impeachment did so in their second term. So this has now become a political, partisan issue as well.
It's certainly a partisan issue, Kojo, and I'm sure that the Democrats may have they may be standing on something real tangible to be able to go out there and make that announcement. But like you say, they've seen President Donald Trump go through this and come out squeaky clean. And so it's still interesting what lies ahead. But do you get people talking about it on the street, like everyday people discuss it? This would have been big anywhere.
Absolutely. It is a big issue. Well, I mean, we have to put it in context. The American public do not spend as much time talking about politics as the Ghanaian public do.
Right.
However, when it does come up, the news networks have been giving a lot of information, so people are very well informed, and they are having very interesting debates about it. So, for example, there are those who are saying that the reason why this particular accusation might stick.
Well, unfortunately, we've lost Kojo there, but Kojo joined us all the way from the United States, where he's been following that political conversation. President Donald Trump is having an impeachment process triggered against him by the Democrats. Well, we'll go to Germany now.